What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? It's been a while since I've been live, and I'm glad to be live. You know what I mean? We got to take care of a lot of business today. A lot of things have been going on. All right. So that y'all see me, a lot of things have been going on, and been on the back end. Make sure I get the camera and everything right. Been on the back end. Handling some business in a whole lot of different spaces, sectors, things like that. But we're gonna get into that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna let the room fill up. Want y'all to get the likes at least over 100, and then we'll get started. You know what I mean? And we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break all their lies down today. All right. Got the microphone better. We improved a lot. So you know what I'm saying. When it got a new network card, should have any dropping issues, things like that. So let's go.
The Prime Effect, how Myjahnee weaponized fear.
Hit that like button, everybody. What's going on, Sean DeB?
In the modern era of digital platforms, perception often outweighs reality, and narratives can be carefully constructed to influence audiences on an emotional rather than factual level. Recent events surrounding Octavius Prime and Myjahnee illustrate how quickly a straightforward administrative process, in this case, a YouTube copyright counter notification, can spiral into a public controversy riddled with fear, gossip, and manipulation. While Octavius's actions were entirely lawful and fully aligned with YouTube policy, Myjahnee's livestream campaign has transformed this procedural
hit the like button, everyone. We'll get started.
Charged battle for control of public opinion. Through a combination of fear tactics, rumor amplification, and strategic framing, she has used her platform to cast suspicion on motives, character, and legality while largely avoiding substantive engagement with the facts. The situation began with a simple and legal act. A friend of Octavius Prime had a video removed by YouTube due to a copyright strike. Acting as an authorized representative, Octavius filed a counter under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act (DMCA). This is a routine process defined under 17 U.S.C. the 512ag, and YouTube itself provides a specific form for exactly this purpose. On the form, there is a required declaration confirming that the filer is either the copyright owner or authorized to act on behalf of the owner. Octavius truthfully checked this box, submitted the form, and complied fully with federal law and platform policy. There was no lawsuit filed, no attempt to impersonate an attorney, and no misrepresentation of authority. At its core, this was an administrative filing, nothing more, nothing less. However, Myjahnee reframed this lawful action into a storyline designed to evoke alarm and distrust. In her video titled, "I'm Calling the Police on Prime," she repeatedly suggested that Octavius's filing could constitute something more sinister, at one point implying that she could escalate the matter to local law enforcement. At timestamp 1300, she states, if somebody was malicious, if they were spiteful, if they were vengeful, I could easily be sending in that counter notification to the local authorities, to your local authorities. While phrased hypothetically, this language plants the seed of criminality in her viewers' minds, suggesting Octavius's actions might somehow involve police intervention. This is fundamentally misleading. DMCA counter notifications are strictly civil matters. They are handled by platforms like YouTube or, in rare cases, through civil courts. Local police have no jurisdiction, and attempting to involve them would lead nowhere. By invoking the imagery of police escalation, she successfully triggers a fear response in her audience, a tactic rooted in cognitive psychology known as amygdala hijacking, where emotional reactions override rational analysis. Throughout the live stream, Myjahnee strategically mixes fear with personal attacks, creating a narrative that feels urgent and deeply personal to her audience. At timestamp 21:13, she speculates. He says he has a son. I don't know if that's true. Some people say he doesn't. If he does, he's a slimy father, and if he doesn't, then why lie about it? This technique, known as double-bind framing, positions Octavius as dishonest regardless of the truth. Whether he has a child or not, she constructs a narrative where either option casts him negatively. Importantly, none of this speculation is relevant to the dispute at hand.
Oh, I was giving a shout out. I got it. I got it. Somebody calling me. They let me know I wasn't even. Y'all couldn't hear me. I was on mute. All right, I got it. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I do that sometimes. But yeah, shout out to Shonda V, Queen Mary Kent, traveling with MJ, King Timothy in the building, Divine Divine in the building. Shout out to the illustrious Bougie Collective headquarters in the building. Live, Laugh, and Love. 74 came in, dropped that super chat for $10. Appreciate it, sister. You know what I mean? Diane Stone, Cassie, I think I spoke to you. In the Safe Zone is here. And let me roll down Honey Gangsta Goddess in the building. No More Tears. Who else we got here? Rhonda. And I think we spoke to in the Safe Zone. Fancy Free. And if I'm trying to read everybody, a whole lot of Bob. Whole lot of Bob here. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to all the new people from the mommy sector. And I'll talk about that real quick. So lately, Judge Fifi has been Myjahnee's partner in crime. We got a judge that it ain't a judge. You know what I'm saying? And Judge Fifi has been over in the mommy sector. You know what I mean? I never really been over there. I've been hearing about it for years. Never been over there. So, but what happened was Judge Fifi has been in the mommy sector, associate, you know what I'm saying, of Myjahnee. You know what I'm saying? Some people say that Judge Fifi is her doxer. You know what I mean? They talk behind the scenes. We do know that. You know what I'm saying? And Judge Fifi has admitted that she did some doxing for, you know what I'm saying, the Roz and Myjahnee and a few other people over there. You know what I'm saying? Did a whole lot of dirt, things like that. So she been over in the mommy sector, terrorizing, copyright striking, privacy striking, doxing, all that kind of stuff. And a young lady hit me up on the back end. And, we got those copyrights together. We did some kind of notifications and their channel was safe. I was over there actually seeing the day that the young lady channel was being shut down. You know what I'm saying? Let me get her channel real quick and tell y'all exactly, so that I don't want to get it wrong. It's on my community wall. I shared it a few days ago. But yeah, Tasha Mob Live, yeah. So Tasha Mob Live, you know what I'm saying, dealt with had some copyright issues. We handled it. And her channel's back up and running. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people that subscribe for the mommy sector. You're more than welcome to come here. You know what I mean? Would like to get to know you. Same thing. Shout out to the Latrice Island sector. We got the street sector in the building tonight too, as well. And beef sector, black sector people. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so this is what they spread on the internet. They spread lies. They spread terror. They spread anxiety. You know what I mean? These people, I was called an evildoer by this woman, but obviously Myjahnee was trying to use these psychological tactics. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe she may be illiterate, but I don't know how that could be. She's supposed to be a lawyer. She went to UCLA, stuff like that. But what she tried to do and what she's attempted to do is send out these copyright. She got the counter notifications from I'm here for it 74. You know what I mean? And she got them. Basically, she is official out of water with this whole situation. You know, she even said, I heard her bragging at one point, she was going to be the professional about copyrights on YouTube. You know what I mean? So the position that a lot of people trust me with, writing counter notifications or doing copyright strikes, she wanted to be Octavius. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to be me. There was going to be another hustle for her, and she was going to definitely overcharge you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know that was going to be what it is. So what happened was the Prime factor came into the Latrice Allen sector. You know what I mean? And I worked with, I'm here for 74, a great individual, a great orator. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying that. I told her on the phone the other night, I was like, you know, out of all the spaces I've seen on the internet, you know what I mean? 74 is one of the best I've ever seen do it with far as content creation, far as like in these particular sectors, you know, talking what it is and backing it up. You know what I'm saying? She backed off some hellified demons. You know what I'm saying? She been swanging and banging and everything like that. And like I said, I'm more than happy to have a friend like 74, you know what I mean, that sought me out on the internet, you know what I mean? And like Water seeks his own level. We on the same page with a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And I respect her a lot. And I can't say that about 99% of most YouTubers and content creators out here. You know what I'm saying? So she's the truth. And Myjahnee and her cohorts, I guess her mom and all them people, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? 74 was, hey, her birthday came, the whole, from top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? The sisters was there, you know what I'm saying? A few brothers, you know what I'm saying? They was lighting up that super chat, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. And that's why niggas really hate it. They trying to take your girl out. Right? You know what I mean? Y'all see, I've been on a hiatus. I've been chilling. I've been doing a lot of things on the back end, doing a lot of working out, a lot even working, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Life is looking a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better. As you can see, I lost a lot of weight and just feeling good. But, and let me look at the chat real quick because sometimes I get in the zone. Let me see. Yeah, we've been feeling good out here, you know what I'm saying? And you know, so I had a lot of time to deal with a lot of the bullshit. I'm just make sure I see everybody. Yeah, 74 to go, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people do it in different sectors, you know what I'm saying? But she pretty much got an A+ on her how she handled her business on here. And that's what they mad at. You know what I mean? That's what they're mad at. Shout out to, let me see who else who came through. Rare Yellow Butterfly, Charlene Bailey. I mean, go back up. See what Barn Dog came through. Loretta Rivers. Shout out to Loretta. Just looking at anybody that knew that came through. Shout out to everybody. So let's get into what happened with Myjahnee. So what Myjahnee basically did, she, in my opinion, so what happened was, and I've been in that position myself. That's how I know what she was trying to do. And her mom misinterpreted it. Maybe she had misinterpreted it, or they just outright lied about it. You know what I'm saying? But what they did was she's trying to do these legal paperwork processes and send it to YouTube. And what most people don't understand is YouTube, when you send the emails to them, that is an AI program running. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's a way that you could push it to get a real human being to review it, but their powers are very, very limited. And it's especially when it comes to the legal side of YouTube, it's very limited. So she sent in the email. What she was trying to do, basically trying to go around the CCB, in my opinion, you know what I mean? And just say, okay, this is my property. I did this. I did that. I demand under section so and so, or even a state law, shit like that. You know what I mean? That AI is just looking for that one thing. It's looking for one thing. Are you uploading a PDF or a Word of a PDF of your case against that person that you alleging that took your property? If you don't have that, you know what I mean, that AI is going to reject it. So what y'all saw was 74 put that up as far as what Myjahnee was talking about on the community wall. When 74 put that up, what Myjahnee had, I guess, displayed, or Ross displayed, saying, hi, you know what I mean, these particular whatever has are, they cannot be, they are not eligible for counter notification because they already have been processed through counter notification by myself writing it and 74 putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was the email the AI basically just rejected whatever she's trying to do. It's looking for, do you have a judgment? Do you have a patent? Do you have a trademark? Or anything like that? And if you don't have it, tough luck. You know what I mean? You have to go to the federal district court. All right? Or she claims that she's going to the CCB. And what we do know is that, and I do know that too, that the CCB, you have to get a judgment in order to make sure that the video is restrained. By that time, you're not going to get 74's channel taken down, right? You don't have the time frame. The time frame ain't good. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have the time frame to even get that done, because for one, okay, yeah, you get it. All you're gonna do is restrain the channel from not having for one, the case takes place in what, I think January or December 29th or something like that. And because of that, if y'all do go to court and she has managed to be served, 90 days have elapsed in the first place. And because of the 90 days have elapsed, the copyright strike has been removed in the first place. You're wasting your time. She's wasting her time. So if she wants to invest in that, but what I do know that Myjahnee has taken the time to play games, you know, with her people. You know what I mean? I saw it with my own eyes. I was over there witnessing it. And she even did a live, said, you like that, huh? Mm-hmm. You like that, Octavius, you know what I'm saying? I can get $2,000 out of my people. You know what I'm saying? But after the day subsequent to her getting the $2,000 from her people, we see her going to concerts in downtown LA or somewhere in California. I don't know exactly where it's at. Going to the soul food restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Got a new iPhone 17 Pro. You know what I'm saying? Going to Sephora. You know what I mean? Getting the whiskers removed from her face and shit like that. You know what I mean? You know, doing whatever she's doing with that money. But that money, it looked like it was misappropriated. You know what I mean? Because what she was originally asking for, if I can recall, was she was originally asking for money so she could do an emergency filing with the U.S. Copyright Patent Office, which costs about $850. Okay? That's what I remember. And I remember being in her chat in the clouds, and somebody sent like $200 right then and there. Bam. You know what I'm saying? And they bragged about it. So, oh, thank you. You know what I mean? And then with next week, the girls looked out for you. But next week, what you did? We see you going shopping. You got your daughter. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? Shout out to black people living well and shit. But I don't know if you was living well off your dollar or it didn't. You know, you talking about CCB and emergency filings with all this kind of stuff. But it was like, it didn't match up. You know what I mean? So like 74 was calling me. I was like, listen, this lady's bullshitting. You know what I mean? She's enjoying getting her numbers. You know what I'm saying? We got new people finding out about her from my sector. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no sector, but you know what I mean? Sector overlord I am. But anyway, so what was going on? You know, the numbers kind of going up. You know what I mean? With 74 talking about it, I was talking about it. You know what I mean? The numbers were going up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, she was becoming a little more popular. You know what I mean? And the cash apps was coming. She was over there saying how she's pressed. These people are bullies. They were evildoers. All that kind of shit. So you know what I'm saying? So things transpire, move forward. I don't see when people do a roll call on her, and that's what 74 has been doing. Hey, what did you do with that money? Shout out to Live, Laugh, Love, and make them mad. You know what I mean? Make them mad with that 100. Make it mad with that 100. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Live, Laugh, and Love, and shout out to everybody that support, all the supporters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, you didn't get the money like Live, Laugh, and Love dropped 100. You know what I'm saying? No, you got the money based on, like, you know, in my opinion, running a con game and a hustle and a scam. You know what I mean? You saw me as an opportunity as a villain. You went and clout chased, went to the police department, all that kind of stuff, was at the police department, showing that you at the police department. You know, y'all make sure y'all like that $100 from Live, Laugh, and Love. You know what I'm saying? That she dropped. But you went to the police department, you were clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? You were saying, Octavius, I'm going to call the West Palm Beach Police Department and have them pick you up because you're practicing law without a license and everything like that. And obviously, me practicing law without a license, it prevails. YouTube respected my practice, okay? Just like YouTube respected my practice helping Tasha, you know, Tosh Mob live from the mommy sector. And a few other people that have reached out to me in the last month on the back end, you know what I mean, that needed my help, you know what I mean, and my expertise. And yes, I'm going to be an amateur lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I'm declaring it. You know what I'm saying? In the United States, North Republic, I am a attorney at law. You know what I'm saying? I'm attorney at law, but attorney in law, whatever. I don't know. I'm attorney in law. You know what I'm saying? But what has happened, me, the attorney, the fake attorney, I'm the real fake attorney. But obviously my paperwork, it succeeded where yours failed. Okay? And you're mad. You know what I mean? You're big mad. And you're furious right now. Okay? You're mad. You're furious. You know what I mean? And 74 got your ass jacked up. The women are like, okay, you had to do something. So you've been writing YouTube, been writing all kind of levels, trying to shoot legal briefs and everything like that. And that, remember you and your mom was picking at that robot? You know, the robot that be talking and shit like that. Your mom was talking about the robot ain't gonna go to court. But the robot at YouTube is that same robot. That robot is called Gemini. You know what I'm saying? Gemini AI was like, oh, okay. Google Gemini AI was like, do not compute. I don't understand. Bullshit. This kind of notification has already been submitted by I'm Here For It 74, signed by the authorized representative, Octavius Prime. You know what I'm saying? That's all it computed. Now, you had some kind of way you finagled and said that you got a case going in the courts and things like that. But the strike is gone. Okay, one of the strikes is gone. You don't have 3 strikes. You know what I mean? They will say, okay, cool. When you do win, what you're going to get is they're going to restrain the fucking video from, that's what you're suing for. I don't know if you know that. You're suing to restrain the person from, restrain YouTube and that person from having that video on their page. That's all. They're not going to like, oh, YouTube is like, yeah, now your page got to be terminated because they went to court or whatever. No, the copyright is going to have, it has its time to expire, baby. Shout out to Got You. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with that $10 super chat. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I like, my thing is make it make sense. We're going to call her. I would say, let's do a roll call on what happened to that money. Because you was over there saying, oh, you like that, Octavius. You like the fact that I got I got supporters that's just going to take care of me. You know what I mean? But it's giving con woman. It's giving scammer. You know what I'm saying? It's giving scammer. If you know why you trying to go behind the scenes, you're supposed to have everything worked out with 74, but then at the same time, even with that, shout out to Live, Laugh, and Love again with 100. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Shout out to my people, man. Shout out to y'all. But you know what I'm saying, where is that? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with that money? Where's that money come? Where did it go? It ain't really our business, but you was saying this terrible evildoer Octavius. You know what I mean? I got on a white t-shirt today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just got my white on. I'm looking like a saint. You know what I'm saying? Afrocentric saint right now. You know what I mean? I'm not an evildoer. I'm actually asking you an honest question. You know what I mean? You use my name. You use 74 name. You used Justice React's name to say you had all these problems and all these evildoers and bullies was out here terrorizing you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Real Yellow Buff 5 with the $5 super chat again. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man. You know what I mean? So where is that? What happened to the money? Roll call. All right. You was given that money for a specific purpose by those people. Now, you could be dishonest and just say, hey, you know what I mean? I needed some money. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I needed you goofy ass niggas to send me some money based off a lie that I concocted up because I wanted to go to the Chris Brown concert and shit like that. You know what I mean? I really don't respect none of y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all are just here for my use and for me to bum off y'all motherfuckers so I can go to Chris Brown concerts, eat soul food barbecue, you know what I mean? And go to Sephora and buy the most expensive shit possible on y'all dime. All right? I mean, to be very honest about it. You know what I mean? Because that's how they being treated, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, reverse, deny. She getting denied over there. You know what I'm saying? You can't deal with the prime factor, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can't deal with the prime factor. That paperwork was done up beautifully. You know what I mean? It was in concordance with federal law, which what you're doing right now is not. You know what I mean? You're right here hoping that you're hoping that, hey, if 74 is knocked out of the box, you know what I mean? And her channel's going, that these loyal followers of her are going to some kind of way magically pop up over there, your mom chat or your chat. They got to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But as we see in the Mo3 sector, people leave YouTube, they go to Twitch. 74 be over there on Twitch, tearing your ass up over there. You know what I'm saying? The pain ain't gonna never stop. You know what I mean? You knew what the fuck you was doing when you call yourself getting into the Latrice Allen nigga dragon sector. You know what I'm saying? Dragon nigga sector. Okay? So all that, some slander and things like that. You are a certified member. You're like what? You're like royalty. You're like your mom is like the anti-Latrice Allen. You know what I'm saying? She's like the devil in the Bible and shit. And you're like Beelzebub. Okay? So you clicked up. You ganged up over here. You know what I mean? Like this your shit. You just your sector. You know what I'm saying? I can't hate. You know what I mean? But nigga, you gang affiliated. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck the streets give. And you around here getting your ass whipped. And you around here getting your ass handed to you. You know what I'm saying? Like when y'all got to talking about psycho menstrual cycles and shit like that, y'all see I just faded to black about all that menstrual cycle talk. I was like, listen, I don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? You was talking about menstrual cycles and shit, 74 something. I don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I kind of like, I just let the girls handle whatever they talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm confused when it comes to all of that. But, yeah. I mean, it really, hey. So, you know, it's like, and then let's go. We'll come back to mine today, but I just want to speak on a few things that have transpired in other spaces. And you got a clique of people out here that are on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? They are setup queens. You know what I mean? Myjahnee is one of them. You know, because she tried to say she was gonna set me up. You know what I mean? On some bullshit. I did nothing. I didn't do weird shit like posting nobody's children. You know what I'm saying? Calling motherfuckers, sending bullshit through emails or threatening messages and nothing. I don't do shit like that. But what you have online, you have like a woman. So the same clique of people, they kind of all intertwine from sector to sector. You got Queen 88, just got Big Baby locked the fuck up, you know what I'm saying, on some bullshit. Saying, I'm gonna fight you. Oh, I'm gonna do this and shit. Don't be no, this is not a space to be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? The cameras are on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no space to be no gangster, be no hard nigga. Most of these niggas are mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? Most of these niggas are dealing with depression, anxiety, schizophrenia. They're medicated. Okay, they're medicated to the hilt. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. government has determined that a lot of these people need to stay home so they get an SSI check. So what they do, you know what I mean? They get bored, they come online and they say, you know what? I'm gonna terrorize me some niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm bored. Let me just get online and be a troll and terrorize niggas, play like I'm a gangster. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play this role. I'm gonna play whatever role I want to play. You know what I'm saying? But in real life, I'm really like real life. They know they weak. Okay. So like with 88, you know what I'm saying? When it came down, which is Fifi's partner. You know what I'm saying? Another a doxer, a cop caller. You know, a person that would try to fuck your life up on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Connected to Fifi, with Fifi's connected to Myjahnee. You know what I'm saying? So all these people have something in common. Hold on 1 second, y'all. They all have something in common. They all have something in common. And what they have in common is they're trying to get you to slip up. It's like, oh, I'm going to the police tomorrow to get you lined up. At least Myjahnee is more honest about it. But then in other sectors, you got all this fake gangster element. You know what I mean? That these people want to pull up, they want to fight. These people are sickly, they're trolls, they're weirdos. You know what I mean? Half of them can't walk. They got bad backs, bad knees. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with diabetes. You know what I'm saying? And like, ain't no shade against Roz. You know what I'm saying? I let the women, older women, deal whatever with that. But you know what I'm saying? But they're dealing with a lot of terminal issues and shit. So they're miserable. You know what I mean? And misery loves company. And what they would love to do is see your ass go to jail for no fucking reason. All right? So I'm not fazed by none of the bullshit that takes place online. And it's always like one of the main things I tell people that's just getting into the game on here is like, whatever you do, separate your feelings from what the enemy has to do. The main thing they want to do is get your anxiety up. They want to get you to start second guessing yourself. And you don't have to do that. This is not a space that you need to give in to those type of dark urge or dark side or whatever. You don't know none of these people. And plus, you're like what happened to Big Baby getting locked up. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. You know what I mean? These people are frauds. What all of them, in my opinion, have in common, they're a pack of fucking frauds. You know what I mean? Scammers. Big Baby got scammed out of her freedom. You know what I'm saying? Got locked up based on fraud. Same thing with Myjahnee getting the money, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because you was over there saying that you needed this emergency $850 to get the copyright patent. Then you would have to go to federal court, which is going to cost you $440 or $450 to file in most federal courts to do a federal filing. So, you know, if your people gave you $2,000, you had what? A cool $800 left? You know what I'm saying? Or to say a cool $700 left? You know, that you could have spent on what you could have still spazzed out. But what you have not done is we didn't see in the paperwork, there is no filing for what I can see in no federal court. You went to CCB, which cost what, like $85? You know what I mean? You didn't do the, we know you didn't do the emergency filing for the $850 or $900. We know you didn't do that. You talking about you're still pending getting that shit. So it's all bullshit, in my opinion. And it's just my opinion, and I'm giving my commentary. You know what I'm saying? And this is all allegedly. You know what I mean? It's all alleged. I'm not trying to slander you, hurt you. And I know you're most likely going to go to the police department tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, and say, Octavius hurt you with words and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because you got your ass intellectually fucked up out here. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's what it is. That's what it is with that. You know, I just want to come live and just talk to y'all real quick. You know what I mean? Because I've really been chilling, been feeling above it all. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not lying. You know? I'm not lying. But what else I want to talk to y'all about? Oh yeah, I'll talk about mental health. When it comes down to a lot of people, and I mentioned this very vaguely, but when it comes down to a lot of people that are your ops on here that are acting like they're crazy, most likely they are crazy. You know what I'm saying? And we saw that in a whole nother sector this week, within the last Saturday. You know what I mean? Where it was verified by somebody that was close to a person that has been like following and doing all that weird shit. Is that the reason why this person is saying this is because they're dealing with all kind of mental issues and shit. You know what I'm saying? So even with Myjahnee, I was like, in Myjahnee, it's like you maybe that whole situation with losing and like that shit would fuck me up too. I'm finna get $250,000. I just got the award, and then the next thing you know, the world come crashing down. They saying I don't fuck with the jury, I tamper with the jury. My case get thrown out, my win get thrown out, and then I gotta go. It's a mistrial. You know what I'm saying? That shit can psychologically fuck a nigga up. I don't know if you're dealing with PTSD or in some anxiety that'll cause you some issues and shit, but this copyright thing that you have it going on with 74 is eating your ass a motherfucker alive. You know what I'm saying? And also you got to start talking about how you went over to Kiki's channel, my ex-girlfriend's channel. I mean, that was very vested. You know what I mean? You went over to my ex-girlfriend's channel, so I'm a fan of Miss Kiki Prime. I went over to her channel, and I was over her channel, and you know, she was on her weight loss journey, and I see why she left his ass, because I heard he has a big round bottom like mine, and everything like that. I'm like, Myjahnee, why are you worried about my backside of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what a woman worry about my motherfucking back? I'm a straight nigga. You know what I'm saying? And what I don't do is bend over and get evil and open it. Okay? Oh, I agreed. I didn't make no agreements other than be authorized representative. If you look at that bottom, chopping up the Ross, look at my reservation of rights. Okay? Her shit in the appeals, or she ain't lose nothing. Okay, well, you know, that ain't the story I've been told. The story I've been told is that, that's it. They found out she was tampering with the jury and shit. She won the case, and they found out some jury tampering, and the white folks said, hell nah, you ain't getting that $200 some $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Your ass, nigga, you still, like, that song Jay-Z. You went to UCLA, you got your law degree. You know, you could have graduated valedictorian, salutatorian, nigga, but you still nigga. You know what I'm saying? The white folks in Georgia are like, hell, motherfucking no. It's that black motherfucker ain't finna get that $200K off our ass. Okay? You know what I'm saying? They rejected that shit. Listen, don't listen to what you've been told. It's in the appeals. In the public information. Well, they're going to debate that. I'm pretty sure 74 is going to come out, and a few others are going to come out and eat that shit the fuck alive. You know what I'm saying? If you lying, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, we know we got both sides in the building, you know what I'm saying? You know, because we giving such a spectacular show, you know, because I got the spectacular vernacular. But at the end of the day, your daughter has lost to me. You know what I mean? A po nigga. A po nigga. A po nigga that's walking, I'm Tom and Jerry in it. I'm wearing Skechers. You know what I'm saying? You know, everything horrible, the fat nigga, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Uneducated nigga, you know, dropped out of school at third grade. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That kind of notification rocked her world. She's still up there, still dealing with that paperwork I sent her ass and sent to YouTube. You know, we sent excuse me, the 74 cent off. And yes, I was the authorized representative. And I have not been contacted. If you, I will receive service if you want to receiving service as far as paperwork. But you have all the information on the person that is my client. You know what I mean? Obviously, she has a first and last name. I saw it myself. You know what I mean? I would not be showing up to court as her representative. I'm not her lawyer. The paperwork, and I already showed the law where it's within my right and within 74's right to have a friend, you know what I'm saying, write up a counter notification as an authorized representative. We've been down this path multiple times. Okay? We've been down this path multiple times. And your daughter has lost against my poor black ass. You know what I'm saying? She lost against me. But I ain't poor tonight because shit, that's just what, you know what I mean? We just made some money tonight. You know what I'm saying? So shit. Shout out to all the supporters. You know what I mean? I might be able to buy me some Reeboks and shit. Classics, nigga. With the money I made tonight. God damn it. You know what I mean? So if y'all see me looking over here, my eyes may be, because if my eyes are actually AI. You know what I mean? My eyes are AI. This computer is like a lot of fucking money. So sometimes I'm looking away, my eyes may be looking weird. So that's AI. It always have me looking forward. Sometimes I'm looking away, but I'm looking at the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Shit, hell yeah, nigga. I'm going to give me some more Skechers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I got a friend work for the government. They on furlough. We'll go get us some Skechers. And I get what, 30% off you like at Skechers if you like a government employee? Hell yeah. Shit. You know what I mean? Change my shoes up. My shoe game will be fine. All that. You know what I mean? But I beat your daughter though. You know what I'm saying? Octavius. Yes, Esquire Octavius. That's right, Rhonda. You know what I mean? The true Esquire. You know what I mean? But you don't understand. Remember you were saying that, oh, that robot, it can't go. He can't take that robot. You know what I'm saying? He can't take that robot. We got a new subscriber. You know what I'm saying? He can't take that robot to the courtroom, can he? You know what I'm saying? When she was making all them fraudulent claims, how she was going to get me all jacked up and hemmed up in court and shit. And it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Because she had a motherfucking thing. I just laughed. I'm like, nigga. I sat there and talked to my robot the whole damn time. We had a good laugh about it. I said, that motherfucker ain't got shit on you, man. And what happened is your daughter need to get caught up on the robot. You know what I'm saying? Because she was talking to that robot at YouTube. And that robot said, oh, you thought you had something. But the robot was basically telling you, motherfucker, it already had been... The kind of notifications that already have been sent in is ineligible. That's what was said. Madam, is she dyslexic? Can't read? Motherfucker graduated from UCLA. What was she doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What was she doing? Yeah. Well, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. So I think she need to get more acquainted with AI because she's not talking to another attorney and a human being at YouTube. I know. I've been down that path. I've done copyrights, and the nigga did a counterclaim. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, ain't nothing I could do. And then I tried to restrike it again. So what would happen is, I'm saying, nah, I'm gonna strike that channel again. And you know what YouTubers say? You already tried to strike this shit before. It's not gonna be continuous. It's not gonna be perpetual. You know, that one time, bam. And if you do a fraudulent strike, then your whole channel could get removed. You know what I mean? Or we try to strike it from another channel. Well, you tie it back to you, your whole channel can get removed. All right? I've seen people lose their whole channel behind that. So yeah. So as y'all see that Myjahnee mom's in the building and she fight for her daughter. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hate on you for that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna disrespect you or whatever. But I'm calling bullshit on that email that you're supposed to go live on and explain to your people. You know what I mean? That robot, you know what I mean? The same robot that you be talking shit about, that robot said no. The AI said no. And that is what happened. What's going on, Miss Blue Eyes? Tara Diva V in the building. Warren G. You know what I'm saying? Now you female, you got Warren G there. You know what I'm saying? L.I. Lee, what's good? Lizzie Cooper, Miss Blue Eyes, good times in the building. You know what I'm saying? So anybody, like, I have a lot of people here. Movito. Yeah. Yeah. But she said my daughter cases in appeals, and Audie girl in here. You know what I'm saying? Truth Given, number one. My daughter cases in appeals, and it has not been rejected. Okay. But why the fuck was it? I thought that she won. You know, I was told that she won, and they found that she was doing some jury tampering. She doesn't make any retort against that public declaration about her situation. All right? She don't make nothing for that. Oh, let me see some. Make sure. Right. So I'm giving out 5 memberships to the people for free. Giving out blessings. Now y'all can go on the back end. Y'all can see Octavius Prime Raw. Okay. Some of them videos of me back in the day, you know, laying a nigga flat in all them sectors. Laying niggas flat. You know what I mean? Niggas be vertical to horizontal. Okay? Undefeated. You know what I mean? Right here, Octavius beating up attorneys around this. So, okay? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, I'm gonna find out about that. Like, I want to know. I want to know if that. I already know that it's in appeals. That's not a debate. Why did it go to appeals? That's the thing. You know what I mean? So because it's in appeals, she appealed it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it sounded like she lost the first time, and she said, "Hell no." You know what I mean? But from when I told, she won, and they said she got some issues with jury tampering. She know what nigga. You know what I'm saying? She know this nigga, that nigga. You know what I mean? And she was familiar with a lot of niggas allegedly in Atlanta or Georgia, wherever it was. You know what I mean? And she knew too many people, and was some funny business, and they threw that case out to outer darkness. Okay? You know what I mean? But that shit will fuck my head up too, nigga. I got 200 G's coming, and them white folks say, hell no, you still nigga. They're like, hell no. And now she's on YouTube, swinging and banging in the Latrice Allen sector and crying while she's doing it. She's crying. You know what I mean? She's wailing, crying. Make sure I give y'all likes on it. All the people that have supported. Yeah, thank you everybody that is supporting. Yeah. Yeah, they mad, man. They mad. So we're gonna be here for about I'm gonna get end it in we're gonna end it in an hour time. So I got like 10 more minutes to entertain y'all. But yeah, I haven't been live. I've been I've been keeping the channel, I've been keeping the channel like views and stuff up and anything like that with like throwing out AI videos and like little projects and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all support the shorts and the up and coming uploads. And also the backup page. Let me tell y'all about that. The backup page is monetized. So what they're doing now, and I'm just PSA to all the content creators, make sure that you get your Google accounts. Make sure you get your Google accounts verified. Set up a PIN code for your Google account, almost like like a ATM code or something like that for your Google account. Because my backup channel, it got hit. It got hit with somebody tried to break in, but I had 2 other fail safes. So I had an account that I have for my family just in case something happened to me, that they can have access to both of my all 3 of my accounts. And so as a manager, you know what I mean? So luckily I had the manager setting on, and I was able to still go over there and drop some content or whatever and get the channel monetized. But the backup channel is monetized now. So let me show y'all that. Shout out to Live, Laugh, and Love with 10 memberships. Shout out to that. Yeah. So we got more memberships coming. And we're gonna shoot all these people now. I got K-Feet in the building. Got Hunter Against the Goddess. Juice Reveal. Who else did I got one? Cass Film Noir. You know what I'm saying? African Goddess. I don't know if that's the same African Goddess from the black sector. I ain't seen her in a long time. Tawana D. Yeah, and Chakra King Black. Yeah, so Cassie got her membership too. Congratulations to everybody that got a membership. Let me get that live. Let me get that for y'all real quick. Get that for y'all. But yeah, also like all that suing and stuff like that. Myjahnee, you're in the Latrice Allen sector. Your mama is like the one. She's like the devil to Latrice Allen and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like she used to be on Latrice's ass. I used to be over there sometimes before I even start coming over here. So I see Roz. Used to see her all the time. You know what I mean? And I heard her talking shit. You know what I mean? Like going back like a couple of years ago. I used to see her all the time. And hey nigga, you clicked up. You know what I mean? You're in a roast sector. That's what you in. You in a comedian roast sector. And you're crying about suing everybody to get on your ass. You know, you can't do that. So, all the time. And so let's go ahead and drop this real quick. I'm gonna give y'all the link. That's the link to the backup channel. I'm starting to do stuff over there. I didn't want to do no content on it until it started getting monetized. So I didn't want to give YouTube nothing for free. But that channel is completely monetized and up and running. I just have to, right now, I got to salvage the email. So what I will say to the content creators, make sure, because they are going around, they have AI bots now that are going around hijacking people's channels and emails, Google accounts rather. And then if you're locked out of that, you're done. You know what I mean? So what they did was they hacked that account, and they set up a SIM card. It was like not a SIM card, but an NFC card. or a USB, they had what they got to plug in something into the computer in order for that account to be open. And so with trying to talk to Google, it's like you have to talk to the AI. That's what same thing that Myjahnee is dealing with. You're talking to what's called an LLM. It's called a large language model, Gemini. And there really is nobody that you're really reaching and talking to at Google. You know what I mean? So make sure that you set up your PIN code for your accounts, everyone, because if not, you are in danger of losing your channel. I did it for all of my Google accounts, and I'm safe now. And also set up a YouTube page and make sure that you're a manager or a co-owner of that page. I would say if you be an owner of the page, you know what I'm saying? That way you can have full access. Luckily, I'm a manager on both sides of that page that I just shared with y'all. Because that channel was going to be snatched if I wasn't. I would have had no access to it. Yeah. Let's see where we at with it. Yeah, but shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to 74. Shout out to the Latrice Allen sector, the Mommy sector, the Beef sector. You know what I mean? We had K-Fit hit in the building. Annie from the Black sector. You know, all the sectors. That's why I'm the emperor of all sectors, baby. You know what I mean? The emperor of all sectors. And, you know, I mean, man, like, Myjahnee really must be going through it because her mama dropped down. Her mama dropped down and say, don't talk about my baby. My baby. Don't, please talk about my baby. You know? Ain't nothing like a mother's love. You know? So, hey, respect on that. You know, like 74, tear your ass up. You know what I'm saying? You know. But you did say you're going to get the Blood Gang members to whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. She said, don't talk about my baby. She probably, Mom, he's embarrassing me again. Oh my God. He's embarrassing me. Mom. Don't worry, baby. I'm finna drop down over there in that chat and get his ass right. He up there talking about that damn court case. I'm going to get his ass right. You know what I mean? Up there talking about my baby in her court case, you nigga. I get the Blood Gang to get your ass right on Pyru, nigga. Shit. Shout out to y'all, man. But if we get up out of here, you know what I mean? Can't we give y'all that hour of power? You know what I mean? Make y'all laugh a little bit. You know what I mean? I miss y'all. I'll be working on things. Make sure y'all support the shorts. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck with me, please. Like the shorts, you know what I'm saying? Just help a nigga out. Just give me like 10 seconds on the short. You may not like it, but you're helping me. Help me. Help a nigga. All right? You know what I mean?